Hello, how are you this evening? My name is Latanza Warren, and I'm so thankful to be on here tonight. I am a mindset life coach, and I'm also the founder of God's Masterpiece. And God's Masterpiece, I get build, inspire, and encourage other women, which I love to do. I'm also a published author, um, and I thank God for that also. But tonight we're going to dig in, and we're going to talk about 10 keys to a successful mindset because we know that we have to renew our mind. And I love the Bible, and to each his own. But I love the Bible, and then the Bible says to transform by the renewing of the mind, and we have to renew our mind even in the sense of success. Because sometimes we can be conditioned, we can have this sense of success in our heads, or we've grown up a certain way, and people have taught us a certain way growing up, and they tell us this, or growing up, I heard money don't grow on trees, and get it your own way, and all this kind of stuff. So sometimes we have to recondition our minds and to start thinking a different way. Because if we start thinking the way that other people have conditioned us to think, sometimes that'll keep us from our success. It'll keep us from us thinking or knowing that we can do something. So we need to recondition that mind. I love the mind. I love how the mind works, and some of that I'm going to get into now. So the first thing is dream big, be a visionary. In Habakkuk in the Bible, it talks about writing a vision and making it plain. So we need to have a vision. Have a vision. Dream big. Don't just say, "Well, I just want this," or I just want my business to this. No, dream big. See big things for your business. See big things for your life. See big things for your family. Have a big vision. I like to get a binder or something like that and just start make it your vision binder or a vision board. People do vision boards. Don't just do it and not look at it, but do it and look at it and say, this is where I'm headed. This is the right now. Start saying as if you already have it also. But be a visionary. Dream big. Start seeing things bigger. That's part of success. See it bigger. Number two, be willing to get uncomfortable. That's something that I really had to get used to, being uncomfortable, because sometimes we can get so comfortable where we are that we don't even want to go past that because we're comfortable right there. But if you get out your comfort level, you'll see that there is much more greater than where you are. It's kind of like a hill or a mountain. You just sit there, right there in the valley, and you're comfortable in the valley, and you're looking up at that hill, but you don't want to go up the hill because it's uncomfortable to climb that hill. You'll be out of breath. You need some water. That's extra steps that you don't want to take. But if you get uncomfortable and you get out that valley and you start climbing up that mountain, guess what? You'll see that it's so much more than what you were seeing. So much more. So we need to get uncomfortable so that we can start seeing greater and so that we can go into our greater. Because if you stay in that comfort level, that's all you do. That's all I'm telling you. That's all you do, and that's all you'll have, and that's the only place you will be in your comfort level. So get uncomfortable. I know it's something, but get uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable so that you can reach the place that you desire to go. Number three, treat your mistakes as starting points to your success. If you would start looking at your mistakes, if you start looking at that thing that didn't succeed and stop looking at it as a failure but a starting point, you'll see it so much different, because sometimes we can get so frustrated at ourselves. I didn't pass it again. I didn't do it again. No, it's time to do it again. So we need to even change our mindset about that. I always think about the bottle, the cleaning product 409. What if they would have said Forget this. We done tried this thing so many times. We ain't finna do this no more. What if they would have gave up on the 200th try? What if they would have gave up on the 400th try? We wouldn't have 409, because that's why it's named 409. It took 409 times to get it right. See, it's not the process, it's you going through the process that counts. We have to start looking at things totally different than what we're looking at. And if we start doing that, man, it ain't nothing we can't do. Nothing. So stop looking at the mistake. Stop looking at that thing that didn't work as though that's the end. No, that's just the beginning of it working, or you tweaking something and it's working even better than what you had planned in the first place. So that's what you need to start doing. I remember a story that I heard of this lady. I think she lived in China. Well, her husband had died, and it was one thing that she always wanted to do, and that was to drive. But she needed her license, and she never got her license ever. So she was just a sweet little lady or whatever. She went into the driver's license place in China, and she took the test, and she didn't pass. She kept going. I think around the 10th time, they were kind of trying to help her out a little bit, and she kept going. The 40th time she went in there, they were like, oh, here she come again, but we're going to let her take it. This lady kept going in there until she passed that test. It took her 100 times to go in there. She never, ever complained. She always had a smile on her face, always. And she had the best attitude. And she never gave up. She was uncomfortable. If she had been comfortable, she would have compromised and said, I'm not going to take this anymore, forget it. She would have gave up on her dream. She would have gave up on the very thing that she had always wanted to do. Her want to was greater than that test. She was going to overcome that test no matter how many times it took her, because she was determined to do it. And that's what we have to do. Get uncomfortable. That causes you to be determined to do the very thing that you desire to do. So stay uncomfortable. Number 4, be grateful. This is something that a lot of people aren't, but we should be. And that's be grateful for what you already have. Sometimes we look at this person and see what they got and we have a house. I like to pick on myself. I have a nice home that I like. It's not my forever home. My forever home is coming. And what if I had a good friend who just bought a beautiful house? I mean, gorgeous. What if I would have said, you know what, dang, why they get that house? Why she got that kind of kitchen? That's the kind of kitchen I want. Why? What if I would have did that? I wouldn't have been grateful for what I already have, and I would have been jealous for what she has. No, I'm happy for her, and that's what we have to be. We have to be happy for what other people have, their blessings, Be grateful for what you have. Her house, I'm going to get her a housewarming gift. If somebody gets a car and you've been believing for a car, be grateful for one you have, or be grateful for the transportation you do have. And if somebody else get a new car and you be like, dang, go fill their tank up with gas. Sow a seed into their lives. But be grateful for what you have. And the thing that you desire is coming to pass. But first, you got to be grateful for where you are. Be grateful. Number 5, don't allow fear to stop you. Don't allow fear to stop you. It's time to launch out, y'all. It's time to launch out. I'm not a diver. I've never been able to dive on a diving board, but that's okay. I can jump in. I can jump in the water. I ain't got to wait for no diving board. I can just jump in. We need to jump in, y'all. Fear does come because there is a fear of failing. There's a fear of not knowing. There's a fear, I don't know if this thing is going to work or not. There is a fear. But we can allow that fear to stop us. Let that fear be your fuel instead of leading you away from the thing. Let fear be your fuel to do the very thing that you desire to do. If it's a business, go for it. If you know that it's time to get into that business, don't let fear stop you. You go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Whatever it is that you are about to do, or that you've been thinking about doing, or that you've been holding off from doing because you've been like, oh, I don't know if I need to do this because da 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 da. Oh, I was going to say something, but I'm going to wait till I go down. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let it stop you. If you know in your heart of hearts that this is the thing that you need to be doing, do it. Forget fear. Say, fear, forget you. I'm doing it. Okay? Number 6, speak positive. Speak positive words. Words of affirmation. Self-worth. What are you telling yourself? What are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that you can't do something? Are you telling yourself what you can't do? Are you downing your own self? Are you killing your own dreams? Are you dismissing your future by your words? I can't never do nothing right. Nobody will ever want me. I never succeed at that. I never get a car like that. I never get a house like that. Are you killing your own dreams? You are if you're talking like that. You start saying things that are positive. Start saying things that you desire to come into your life, because words attract the very things that you're calling out. I can do that. I can. I am a success already. My business is successful. I'm a multi-millionaire. What are you saying? I tell myself I'm a multi-millionaire. Am I there yet? No. But I am. What are you telling yourself? What are you telling yourself? Because sometimes people blame other people, but it's us killing our own selves with our words. We need to start saying things that we want to come back into our lives. So watch what you're saying. Watch what you're saying. And that number 7, surround yourself with positive people. It is so important who you hang around. It is so important who you listen to. Because let me tell you, if you listening to the wrong people, they going to keep you in the valley. They going to keep you away from your dream. Girl, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Girl, I wouldn't marry him if I was you. Girl, I wouldn't do this if I was you. They're killing your dreams and you're allowing them to? Everybody can't talk to me. Everybody can't give me advice. Everybody can't tell me something. There's a thing called dream killers. And those are the people that don't want to see you succeed. And you will be surprised at who they are, that are telling you how happy they are for you, that are telling you, I'm so glad for you, that are telling you things like this. I remember this story, Juanita Bynum. I don't know if you know her, awesome woman. But Juanita Bynum, when she first got started, she had ordered all these CDs and all these books and stuff to take to a conference. And she was going to have a big table. And she was at home, and she was just so happy, and she was sharing with her. I think she had like three girlfriends over there, and they were all so happy for her and saying, "Girl, I'm so happy for you." She's showing the colors that she was gonna have on her table, and she was showing this and that, and she excused herself to go get something. But what they didn't know, she came back before they thought she would. And while she was gone, they were like, "Girl, I don't know why she ordered all these books. I don't know why she ordered all these tables, because she ain't gonna sell none of them." These are the same people that just got to telling her how happy they were for her, that just got to telling her how good she's going to do at the conference, that are not saying she ain't going to do nothing. But she didn't take that, because when she went, she sold out. So it's so important who you hang around. It is so important. Because if you're letting the wrong people speak to you, if you're letting the wrong people say anything to you, if you're listening to the wrong advice, it might just wipe it clean, what you've been believing for. Yes, it might just wipe it clean. You don't want to damage your future by hanging around the wrong people. They're not worth it. They are not worth it because a lot of people don't want you to have because they gave up on their dreams and they don't want to see you succeed. That's what a lot of people do. Sure, I didn't get it, so why should they? I don't want to. A lot of people don't want to see you succeed. They don't. A lot of people don't want you to go ahead of them because they're in competition. It's a lot of competitive people out there. They don't want to see you go ahead of them. And if they think you're ahead of them, they'll do something to make themselves feel like they're ahead of you again. It was a girl that told me the other day that she had been talking. Yes, she had been talking to someone about her getting her a new home for next year. This girl went out and bought herself one. Why? Because she didn't want to see her get ahead of her. This is not a competition. Life is not a competition. We need to be happy for one another instead of going out and buying the best of this. Oh, you got that? Let me go get this. Oh, you got that? Let me go get this. You're going to go broke trying to keep up with somebody or trying to outdo somebody. Is it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think so. If somebody gets something, praise God. I'm not into name brands or anything like that. So, if somebody could Jimmy Choo or somebody, I don't know. I might have got the name wrong. But, oh, it's pretty. I'm glad you got it. Stop trying to outdo people and stop listening to the wrong people. Stop listening to them. Number eight. Set goals. Set goals. Set some goals. I have a board and I have to set some goals. I have to write them down, set some goals. And goals are your springboard. They are your vision. It's the planning of what you're doing. Have goals for a daily goal, weekly goals, monthly goals. Have 6-month goals. Have a year goal. What are you going to do in 5 years? What are your goals for 5 years? People say 5 years. 5 years. It might change, but at least you got goals. You got something to look forward to. You got something set. And what happens when you meet those goals? When you check those goals out, what happened then? You make some new goals. Don't ever stop making goals. Don't ever stop setting goals. Always have a goal to go by. Always. Yes. Always set goals. Always. I know, Tanya. Always set goals. Always. I can't stress that enough. Always set goals. Always. Number 9. Know your time is valuable. Know that your time is valuable. We all get the same amount of time in a day. We all do. But what sets you apart as a successful person is how you use your time. If you're using your time, if you're taking 10 hours of the day looking at TV, that's how you want to use your time. If you're taking that same amount of time to learn something, to process something, to gain more knowledge, to be teachable in something, that's how you're using your time. But know that your time is valuable. And if you don't see it as valuable, you'll spend 10 hours watching nothing on TV. I'm not saying TV, you can't watch TV. I'm not saying that, so don't even say that I said that. I didn't say that. What I am saying is don't let that TV be your focal point if you're trying to go to a new level. You're not going to go to a new level by looking at other people that have. I'm just saying. Because everybody that you're watching on that TV, they kind of got their dreams going. You kind of need yours going. So you kind of need some knowledge to get there. Have some time set aside to gain some knowledge. Have some time set aside to get some things that you need to get into you. What if you're not an entrepreneur or you're not in business or anything? You still need to value your time. Don't waste your time. Don't let a person waste your time. Don't let them waste your time. There are people that would love to waste your time. There are people that would just love to waste your time. Relationships. There are people that would love to waste your time. They don't mean anything for your future, but they just want to waste your time. Get them out your life. Out your life. If you know that somebody's wasting your time and they're just stringing you along, tell them bye. Au revoir. Because sooner or later they're going to tell you bye. So you just do it first. But value your time. Your time is valuable. Don't let anybody devalue your time. It's valuable, too valuable. Because we all have the same amount. But what are you doing with the time that you have? What are you doing with it? We need to do better with our time. I'm not saying you need to have a whole schedule every day. Some people do that, but minute by minute and all that. I'm not saying that. But you know you. And you know where you need to kind of tweak some things. Because some people say, ain't enough time in the day. It really is if you would line stuff up and do the things you need to do. Because sometimes we can say it's not enough time in the day, but we can look at that program for 3 straight hours. 3 hours can we be on TV, but it's not enough time to do something. Well, you could have took that 3 hours to do the very thing that you say you don't have enough time to do. I'm just saying. Now me, it's a TV show right now that I watch, and it come on Wednesday, so it'll be on tomorrow, and it's an hour. You can ask somebody. I hardly ever watch TV. But when I do, it's for 1 or 2 shows. And I will catch a movie with him sometimes. But that's about it. I'm trying to get somewhere. And I'm steady trying to learn. And I'm getting that knowledge in. And I'm working my business. And so sometimes that TV just don't. I just don't work it in, and sometimes I can't look at that show at night on Wednesday night. Sometimes I have to catch the replay, but that's okay. I'm doing something. Sometimes you just got to work in silence too. Number 10. Believe you can. That's the biggest thing, y'all, is to believe you can. Sometimes we don't do things in our life, whether it's a business or whatever it is, because we don't believe that we can. Sometimes the biggest critic is ourselves. Sometimes the one that beat us up the most is us. We have to start believing in us. If nobody believes in your dream, if nobody believes in what you're doing, you believe in it. You be your biggest cheerleader and watch somebody will start believing in it. You don't give up on it. You don't lose that fervency, that fire, that drive when you talk about what you're doing it, and people see that passion that you're doing it in, and they be like, dang, they really do want to do this. Don't lose that. Don't lose that fire. Don't lose that drive. Don't lose that. Yeah, I know it gets frustrating sometimes. Believe me, I know. Believe me, I do know. But you got to pick back up and go at it again. Go at it again. What do I do when I get frustrated? Like I was earlier today. This is what I did. I have a home daycare, and I got my kids together, and I turned on some praise and worship. I said, y'all come on here. And we started dancing. We just started. And that whole thing that I was feeling turned around, and I said, okay, let's go again, Thompson. Let's go again. We got this. You have to believe in yourself, and don't lose that fire. Don't lose that drive. Don't lose that passion for the things that you have passion for. There's a plan and purpose for each one of us. And some people won't reach that plan and that purpose in their life because they're not looking past the valley that they're comfortable in. And we have to believe in ourselves so much that we stop looking at other people and thinking they're the only ones that can. Because once upon a time, they were where you are now. But they said, I think it's something over on top of that mountain and I want to go see because there is much greater for me. And I am telling you tonight that there is much greater for you, and you don't stop. You don't sit down, get comfortable in the valley and looking up at the mountain and say, man, I wonder what's up there. You don't look at TV and say, dang, I wish. Stop wishing and do. We need to start doing and stop wishing. Stop. Okay, we're dreamers. Yes, dream big. That was the first thing. Dream big. Be visionaries. But don't just dream it. Do it. Do it. If it's nothing but writing it down. Start writing things down. Write it down. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. So believe it. Put something together. Put it together. Put a business plan together. Go out and buy some suits. Go out and buy some luggage. Do something that starts it. If you say you're going to travel around the world, go buy some luggage. Go buy some luggage. Let me tell you, a woman that has a baby that is expecting, they're expecting, they're excited, baby, we're gonna have a girl, we're gonna have a boy, we're excited, we're gonna have twins, triple, whatever it is. We're excited. They get that nursery ready, that bed is ready, that bag is packed for the hospital, and she ain't but 3 months pregnant, 4 months pregnant. They're prepared before it comes, right? Hadn't even seen the baby. Hadn't even seen the baby. Baby not even in the bed. Don't even know if the baby likes those colors. just saying. But they're prepared for that baby to come. How prepared are we for the very thing that we are expecting to come? How prepared are we? You say you're going to travel. Where's your luggage? Where's your luggage? You say that you're going to be this business person and you're going to be speaking around the world. Where are those suits? Where are the suits you're going to wear on that stage? Where is it? Start preparing. Go out and get the very things that you say that you're about to go into. Go get it. Go get it. You're believing for a car? Go out and get stuff to clean that car. Go to the place and go get all kind of detailed stuff, and people might think you're crazy. But you're preparing for the car that you're about to wash in detail. Go out and get it. Are you preparing for the very thing that you're saying that is coming in? Oh, you say that man is coming, that woman is coming. Are you prepared for it? Him or her. Are you prepared? Your mind change has to change about relationships, because if you had a bad relationship, I don't know how I got up on this, but I'm on it. If you had a bad relationship, don't drag somebody else up in there if your mindset hadn't changed. You're still thinking about that bad relationship, because if you don't change your mindset, you're going to treat that that new person like that old person. Change your mindset about relationships too. And if you say my mindset has changed and I'm ready now, set a second plate when you eat. Eat at the table. Set a second plate. Hey, my king. Hey, my queen. Are you prepared? Start preparing before you see it, because that's faith. Faith sees before it has it in its hands. Faith has it before it comes into the door. Faith. That raise, that bonus, are you prepared for it yet? I have a check on my desk. Right here on my desk. I wrote a check out. And I'm going to cash that check. And I wrote a date, a month, and a date in the year. I wrote that. And I wrote all them zeros. And I'm going to cash that check on that day. And if somebody look at that check and they say, how is she going to cash that? because I have faith that I'm going to do it, because I'm preparing myself now for this check. So we need to change our mindsets about how we think about things, how we look about things, and all that. So remember, yeah, we need a mindset change, and we also need a circle change, because it's so important who you hang around, who you allow in your life, and who you carry to the next level of your life. Because sometimes it can break or make you, and you don't want anybody in your life that is pulling you this way instead of pushing you to the next level. Because if they're pulling you and pulling you and pulling you, you're going to get tired of trying to go, and all this is trying to hold on to you. Just let them go so you can flow. Let them go so you can go and flow to your next level. We all need to have that changed mindset, because it's so important that we start thinking differently in every area of our life, every area. Because success is not just in business. Success is not just in your just in your job. Success is all parts of your life, whether it's your health, whether it's your wealth, whether it's a relationship, whether it's the thing that you're believing for, that car or whatever it is. That's success. We cannot put a definition on success for somebody, because success is different for everybody. Whatever that success is, to lose 50 pounds, whatever that success is to you, you can do that thing. Do these 10 things. Follow these 10 things. It can be for every part of your life, because we need that in our lives. We need discipline and we need order in our lives. And these things will help you to have both. So this is Latanza Warren, and I thank you so much, Swag Car Magazine, for this great opportunity and this great magazine that you have. What you're doing is such a blessing, and I'm glad to know you and to connect with you. And I thank each one of you. Tanya, I thank you for joining, and everybody else that came on tonight. I pray that something that I said resonated with you, that helped you in some kind of way. I pray that you share this out and that other people will be blessed by it. Again, thank you so much. My name is Latanza Warren. I'm a mindset life coach, here to help you transform your mind so that you can see greater and walk into your purpose. God bless you.